Today, America is facing a historic legal moment. The Supreme Court has delivered a decision that could redefine presidential power in the United States. At the center of this storm, former President Donald Trump. Is this a victory for the Constitution or the beginning of a new political battle? Stay with me because this story is bigger than politics. Welcome back. Today is February 2026, and this is your full breaking news report. In Washington, D.C., the highest court in the country has issued a major ruling connected to Donald Trump and presidential authority. This case focused on a critical constitutional question. Does a former president have immunity for actions taken while in office? The Supreme Court has now answered that question, and the answer is shaking the political system. What the Supreme Court decided. The court reviewed arguments about executive power and accountability. In a divided opinion, the justices clarified limits on presidential immunity. The court emphasized one key principle: no person is above the law. However, the ruling also carefully defined which actions are considered official presidential duties and which are not. This means lower courts can now move forward in examining specific legal challenges. This ruling does not automatically mean guilt. It simply allows legal processes to continue. Legal experts say this decision could become one of the most important constitutional rulings of this decade. Trump's response. Shortly after the ruling, Trump responded strongly. He described the decision as politically influenced and unfair. He said he will continue fighting through legal channels. His supporters argue this ruling could weaken future presidents by limiting executive authority. Meanwhile, critics say this decision protects democracy and ensures accountability. America remains divided. Political reaction in Washington. Lawmakers reacted quickly. Some members of Congress praised the court for defending constitutional balance. Others warned that the decision may increase political tension during an already sensitive time. With election discussions intensifying, this ruling may influence campaign strategies, public debates, and voter opinion. Political analysts believe this issue could dominate headlines for months. Public and market reaction. Across social media, the reaction was immediate and emotional. Hashtags related to the Supreme Court began trending within minutes. Some Americans expressed relief. Others expressed concern about long-term consequences. Financial markets reacted cautiously, showing uncertainty rather than panic. Investors are watching closely to see if further legal developments create instability. Constitutional scholars say this ruling reinforces separation of powers, a key pillar of American democracy. The decision may serve as a guide for future cases involving presidential authority. Experts explain that the Supreme Court attempted to balance two things: protecting executive function and ensuring accountability under the law. This balance is delicate, and that is why this decision is historic. Now, the case returns to lower courts. More hearings are expected, more arguments will be made, and possibly more appeals could follow. This legal process could continue for months or even longer. The story is far from over. Beyond politics, this ruling raises a larger question. How should power be limited in a democracy? The Constitution was written to create checks and balances. Today's ruling reminds Americans that those checks still exist. Regardless of political views, this moment will likely be studied in history books. So what do you think? Did the Supreme Court make the right decision? Or will this deepen political divisions in America? Comment below with your opinion. Subscribe for daily USA breaking news updates. Stay informed, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next report.